a little nervous. I don't know you do this, all right?
You're good. Just pretend you're at the barber shop and you're talking to
Man,
Will.
I'm gonna be yelling at them. Hey, what are you doing over there?
Yeah, but you're talking to Will and all of them. You know, I mean, obviously they told me really good things about everything you have, all the supplies in the back room. So you can talk to them about that. But yeah, so before he starts, this is Miguel. He's an owner of the #1 barbershop in Hollister. If I'm not wrong.
Salinas.
Okay, Salinas, I'm sorry. So he's the owner of the #1 shop there, for obviously students that are coming from there or whatever. And he's coming today to give a special class, talk about things that you guys should be knowing, all the professional and license requirements and business, I'm sure, and much more. So I'll go ahead and obviously give the floor to Miguel and he can take over.
Good morning, barbers. My name is Miguel. I am a barber full-time. I am the owner of Premium Barbers Inc in Salinas. I've been a barber for 12 years. And I've been a barbershop owner for 4 years. The first time I picked up clippers was when my dad came back from a little yard sale. He came back with some wall clippers. And I said to myself, well, haircuts are expensive. I'm the oldest of 7. I really couldn't afford a haircut, so I was like, you know what? Let me just cut my own hair. Started cutting my own hair. Buzz cuts, you know, back in the days, I'm a product of the 90s. I was a teenager during the 90s. Buzz cuts were really popular, so I just took like the #2 guard to my head. Then my mom was like, you know what? Well, you cutting your hair. Why don't you start cutting your brother's hair? I was like, hey, why not? Started cutting their hair. Then she was like, you know what? Well, cut your dad's hair. That was the first time I picked up the scissors. And it was some regular scissors that we use for paper cutting, right? So it's just like, you work with what you have. I know like nowadays, we got all these tools. Every month, they're dropping a new clipper, right? And who doesn't get hype on a new clipper, new tool, right? I'm pretty sure you guys look at the commercials, YouTube, TikTok, you guys wanna go get that clippers. That's not gonna make you a good barber. It's gonna be the skills. Whatever tools you guys have, use those. Get good at it. You know, like then the clippers, yeah, they're gonna make you a better barber. But at the meantime, just whatever came in your kit, because that's what I used for years. My first barber kit was a master's clipper and a T outliner. And some of you guys be like, damn, that's some dinosaur stuff. I like ancient stuff. They had cords, dude. Who uses a clipper that still have cords right here? You still do? What do you use?
Imposter.
Okay. Yeah, see, I still own my Osters, the Model 10s that still have the cord. And I recently changed to the Supras, the Andy Supras cordless.
Yeah.
And this was probably like 2 months ago. So, to me, like, those clippers were made to last. So, I mean, we could make fun of it, you know, they are dinosaur clippers, but hey, they still work. They still work. So, I don't know which one of you guys are planning on opening up a shop after you guys leave the barber school. Does any of you guys have that in mind?
I don't want it to be mobile though.
Oh, mobile. That's interesting. I played with the idea too of opening a mobile barber shop. But there's things that, you know, you're gonna have to consider, like, I don't know if you thought about it.
Yeah.
Traveling time, if that thing breaks, you're gonna be able to work that, you know, that day. So you have to have a backup for that one.
Yeah.
I always thought about it too. But there's so many things that but I don't want to discourage you. Hey, I see a lot of people that do make a good living doing just that. But remember, charge them premium prices.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the maintenance too, on that, you know, the maintenance and all that. Yeah, I was thinking of all that too.
Yeah.
It's a good model.
No, like if you have like a shop where you work at, where you do rent a booth or something, you could always take your clients there. And like, let's just say a day or two, you could get on the mobile and just go and, you know, set up shop somewhere. I think that would work too. Which one of you guys are planning on going as an employee or a booth renter? Like, employee?
Booth rent.
Yeah.
I do hair right now. I've been licensed for 17 years. So
Okay, so-
I'm just trying to get my barber's license. I
Oh,
do both.
so you've been in the game for a long time. You
Yeah.
already know how this runs.
Yeah.
Yeah. there's probably nothing I could teach you anymore.
I always can learn.
You know?
You can always learn.
Michelle too, right? The other Michelle, you work at a salon?
Yeah, she's a problem.
I work at a salon out, so I get paid hourly.
Yeah, see?
I like it because I get to learn more.
Yeah, see? Like,
I would like a barber shop.
yeah, see, like me, I was eager to get out there and do booth rent. But I didn't know all the challenges that I was gonna have as a new barber, right? Like, we think that we're just gonna get out of here and we're gonna start making money once we get our license. And I would say that's completely wrong. My thought at the beginning was like, I'm gonna work for a year, get all my clients, then open up a barber shop. It took me, what, 8 years? 8 years to open up a barber shop. And that's,
Can you say that? Can you repeat that in Spanish? Because his English is still trying to get there, you know? He's learning, so yeah.
les acabo de preguntar que cuáles de ustedes va a empezar rentando una silla o van a ir a trabajar como trabajadores en un lugar así como Supercuts o Break Clips. Y la diferencia, las muchachas me acaban de decir que ellas ya tienen una trabaja en un salón, le paga por horas, la otra trabaja rentando una silla. Y pues la diferencia es de que, obvio, le van a pagar por horas y la otra va a ser de que usted va a tener que agarrar sus propios clientes. Muchos pensamos que al salir de aquí de la escuela, que vamos a empezar a ganar todo este dinero cortando pelo, pero la verdad que no. O hay muchos como yo que pensaba que al año iba a abrir mi barbería. Me tomó 8 años para abrir la barbería. Y no fue tan fácil como me lo pintaron, pues.
But yeah, just in perspective to add to that, you know, it's not easy. And even when you open the barbershop, the hardest struggle is maintaining it and preserving and growing.
Yeah.
To the next one, you know, or maintaining now and to be the number one, which, you know, it's hard.
For me, one of the hardest things that I have found is the barbers, right? So we have this mindset, I don't know what it is, that they tell us that, oh, we're gonna have our own schedule, we're our own bosses, you can't tell me anything, right? So then you try to coach these guys, hey man, the barbershop opens up at 9 o'clock. Why are you coming in at 11? The barbershop closes at 6. Why are you leaving at 2? And then they complain when the first of the month comes and they can't pay the booth rent. I just don't get it. You know, have you seen some of your
Oh my god, I used to work in Ulta for 13 years and it was the worst time was when I was managing. They have no work ethic at all.
yeah,
It's rough.
you know, so right here, it's up to you to really like coach them in that sense. Like, you know, yeah, you could be your own boss, you could have your schedule the way you want it, but at the beginning, you better show up. If the barbershop says they open at 9 o'clock, be there at 9 o'clock. If the shop closes at 6, leave at 6. In fact, I never leave at 6 o'clock. Because after 6, after I'm done with my last haircut, I gotta clean up. I'm washing all my brushes, all my combs, all my razor holders, so I can be ready for the next day. If you guys plan on being busy, you guys gotta plan to be busy. I know a lot of barbers that I see, they only have one comb, they only got one brush, one razor holder, and I'm like, where's the disinfection? Like, and you guys are literally just taking out the blade from the razor holder, and just put in a brand new blade, and I'm just like, dude, I have to take them to the side, like, hey man, I know they taught you this at school, sanitation. Like, a lot of people think that they don't, like, the customers are not looking at that, but they really are. I cut doctors, lawyers, nurses, and you know how they tell you, hey, you gotta label everything. They look at that stuff. I had a doctor say, like, damn, the reason why I chose you is because I see everything is labeled. It says clean, 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 new. Like, he doesn't go with nobody else, just for that reason. And all of the barbers that I work with, they could probably do a better job than I do. But it's just those little things that's gonna take you to the next level. Like, if this guy's showing you guys, JC, you're teaching them, right?
Yeah.
How to sanitize everything.
Yeah.
dad also is gonna follow to the barber shop. Did you ever see that? You know, your say 17 years, right?
I was corporate, so we had to do that. The girls that have been booth renting, they don't have no cleaning rules. But I think what you can see, your client sees, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, they definitely talk about it, so.
The barber shop I'm at, they, if I drop something, they just charge me $1. And we got a jar for that, just so that we keep our stuff clean. Nobody wants to give up their money. But when we do drop something or pest, there it is, $1.
I like that. Maybe you implement something like that at the shop. I mean, I'm probably the one that drops combs all the time. I probably drop like 3 combs a day. But I don't pick it up right away. I just leave it on the floor. I just grab a brand new one.
Yeah.
Or if I do pick it up, I have my hand sanitizer right away, or go wash my hands, whatever it is. But a lot of the guys just go back to it, and I'm like, oh man, you really just did that. Do they have rules like that at Ulta?
Yeah, they're really strict over there.
They are strict.
They're like watching us all the time.
Really?
They got cameras. They're really watching you.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's an independent.
because they get fined too, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, if you get fined, they get fined, so.
Yeah.
No matter what, just because your guys is once you're licensed, you take ownership of the building you're in. So today, if they came in, JC would have to take ownership of all your guys' stuff, because you guys are not clean. That's just how you have to think about it. You're carrying the team. It's a team, so
Yeah.
that's how you have to think about it.
Ooh, I really do
It's
like
true.
that. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, a lot of barbers do forget about that. They're just like, all right.
Well, I mean,
it's
I
my
have my
stuff.
client, I have my girls like sweeping stuff, because in that moment, if they walk in, we're all screwed, right? So if I have the time, I'm gonna help. You know, I'm not gonna do their dishes all the time, but it does help because we get really busy, and some of us are back to back, like you're getting these girls in that have hair down to their butt, you know,
Yeah.
so it's a lot, it catches up to you, and you don't wanna be cleaning for an hour after work. So, you know,
Yeah,
I think
like,
the good thing is to constantly be cleaning, cause it'll help you in the end.
yeah, like the habits that you guys pick up right here, they're gonna carry you guys to the barber shop. Like like she just put it, like if your fellow barber is busy and you're just sitting down, you know, probably scrolling on TikTok, get the room, clean up for them. The guys at the barber shop would really appreciate
They'll
that.
do that for you too. It's like
Yeah.
once they know, those do it. It'll be like a secret rule. They know the ones that'll help and the ones that won't.
Oh,
So, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And I'm not one of those guys that like, hey, you never help me, I'm never gonna help you. Like no matter what.
Yeah. We do with all the barbers, everybody that's employed there, 1 day a week, we do a deep clean. Everybody comes in and we do the whole shop.
Yeah, see, I like that. There's a lot of guys.
Usually on Sundays.
Yeah, they're not team players. You guys have to be a team player, even though you guys are independent. Team players. I really do like what you said about you have to carry the whole shop.
Cause even though we're individual, you're still coming to one place. Like you're still, no matter what,
Yeah.
you're representing it as an all, right? So if he's always dirty, it just makes you think it's kinda like, what the hell, right? So it's consistency is the
Yeah.
best policy in my opinion, so.
Like, are you guys familiar with that show Wednesday, right? That girl that has weird makeup where she divides a room.
Yeah.
Imagine that, like one room is super bright and the other one's super dark. That's how I feel it would be like if somebody just took care of one side of the shop or beauty salon. It's just gonna look really nice and really nasty.
But
on the other
also
side.
that causes tension within the family, right? So it's like, you don't wanna upset that person, cause they're paying $400 a week to be there too, so it's kinda like not consistent, it's not fair, right?
It's not fair.
Cause then you end up sweeping their side because it looks bad on you,
Mhm.
and that over time is gonna create an issue.
Yeah.
Which also creates like not consistency of just people in the building, and then your numbers are, it looks bad, clients notice that stuff a lot, so
They do.
they really do.
I mean, and if you guys pay attention, once you guys go to a shop, customers will talk about stuff like that. Like, oh, I left that other barber shop because that guy was just dirty.
Yep.
Or the customer service wasn't there. I go in there and it was like if I was bothering them. That's another good point. Like, learn how to greet people, right? Like, if you're gonna be wearing headphones while you're working, oh dude, you might as well get into the habit of not using that, because customers want to have a conversation. You know, you want to hear when people open the door and you can greet them. At the shop, we have a 3-second rule. If the guy, girl, whoever walks in, we got 3 seconds for somebody to acknowledge. If nobody acknowledges that person, the other barbers are either gonna call you out on it, or they're gonna be the ones greeting that customer later on. Hey, dude, what happened right there?
Yeah.
You know, because you wanna create an environment where they're gonna feel welcome, right? Like, I don't know if you guys have been in places where they just kind of like look at you and then just like, what the heck?
Makes you feel awkward, you wanna
Yeah.
leave, it's kinda like, well, if I'm not gonna be acknowledged, I'm just gonna dip out and go somewhere that I'm gonna be greeted with a drink too, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's true, because
Yeah.
business, that's why people don't stay open. It's kinda
Yeah.
like, you gotta just, consistency again.
Those are the
You
clients
have
you're
to.
gonna get to add on to that. If you wanna get clients that are urban, they don't care, it's all good.
Yeah.
They're gonna be there for you, but if you wanna get the professional ones who take care of you, you build a relationship, whenever something happens, they're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, you think, oh, they're not my friends or whatever, they're gonna be your real friends.
No, for sure.
Yeah, your family that you think, oh, I have cousins, they're never gonna support you. Those are gonna be your real family. That's gonna be your community.
Yeah.
So again, to add on to that, you never know for people coming in the door. It could be a bad experience or a good one, but just remember, come with a neutral mindset. Like what he's saying, Brittany, you know, customer service and client retention. That's what it's about. I've been saying it since day one, and he's
Yeah.
I
repeating
think
it
that's
again.
like probably most important is like your skill set. I mean, that customer service is gonna carry for
Yeah.
sure. Even through a bad haircut.
Yeah,
It will.
yeah, no, and I
It really
I
will.
really do agree with that. Like, your skill is gonna be one thing. You could be the best barber. You could pull out this blurry fades, clean tapers, but if your customer service is not there, a lot of them don't care about that stuff. It has to be a balance between your skill, customer service, you know, communication, and of course, you gotta keep that same repetitive mindset of, all right, I'm serving the customer. The customers are not serving you. We get into that mindset that we're like, oh, I'm doing him a favor. No, they're actually doing you guys a favor. And going back to how they take care of you, I was a barber during COVID where we closed for 6 months out of a year. So you could just imagine how it went, right? Like, a lot of us were going crazy at home, not making any money. For me, I was lucky enough that I was running my business, even though I was just renting the booth, I was an S corporation. So I was paying myself in a check. So I had saved enough money where I continued to pay for a whole month until I got those PPP loans. But during that time, I had a couple of my clients call me, hey, you don't sell gift cards. Can I send you a donation? Because they knew that we weren't working. I appreciate it, but no, man, I have enough money that I'll be able to survive. After a month, I realized that we weren't gonna reopen, so I fired myself, right? So then I went and got unemployment. I know a lot of the independent contractors couldn't do that. Eventually, they did change, the government did change to where you get unemployment, but during that time, it made me realize, like, we gotta start thinking about the structure of what do you guys wanna be, a sole proprietor, right? Where you just, whatever money you make, you spend and don't even keep track. I know a lot of barbers that don't like doing taxes. They're not thinking about retirement. And I'm pretty sure you've seen that in years, right? Like, oh, I made 100K, but I'm only gonna report 20K. But then I wanna go buy a house, and then it's just like, how does that work?
I know.
You're making 20,000.
Yeah. But you know what? But I'm driving a 70K car, you know, like, how'd you spend that? Like, how'd you even earn that? Like,
They're not thinking about that 30% to the government, you know?
yeah.
They're gonna get it somewhere.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I want you guys to think about that, like, how you guys gonna be running your business? If you're gonna be doing booth rent, start thinking if you're gonna be a sole proprietor, and if you are, give yourself like a salary. Don't just go blow all your money on new shoes, new clothes, new clippers. Like, you guys need to have some cushion, because there's gonna be slow days and there's gonna be slow months. There could even be slow years. Just like COVID taught me, like, you just never know. Like, who was expecting that a little flu was gonna kill a bunch of people and leave a lot of people without businesses? A lot of shops closed down during that time. Like, I was paying my booth rent Because at the time, that's what I was doing. I was renting a chair. And the barber shop where I was working, I don't know how they managed, you know, but I was still paying my booth rent. And some guys just couldn't do it. I think they went back to construction or whatever, you know, they were doing before that. Like you, I know you came a little late, you were cutting up. You know, what do you plan on doing, man? Do you plan on renting a chair or, you know, working at a beauty salon by hour? What are you thinking of doing?
Well, after I graduate, for sure, try to find a shop, rent a chair.
Yeah.
Try to rent a chair.
So for you guys that wanna rent a chair, I hope you guys think about marketing. Cause the barber shop, it's only gonna do so much for you. You gotta go out there and market your own self.
Yeah.
You know, and there's so many ways of marketing. You could just tell somebody, hey man, I'm a barber.
Mm-hmm.
That's a form of marketing. Give them a business card, another form of marketing, a website. Even though you're not a barber shop,
Yeah.
you could create your own website for your own personal, like, brand.
Yeah.
Like, start doing that. If you work at a barber shop, they're most likely gonna have like a Google page. Hey, tell your customers, hey, can you give me a Google review? Make sure you add my name to the Google review. So like that, when they go into the barbershop's profile, they're gonna be like, oh, Miguel. They say good stuff about Miguel. Oh, Fernando over here, he gets down.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You can do it through your clients too. You can like tell your clients, if you post me, I'll give you like 10% off your next one.
Mhm.
That's a big one too, cause that's free advertising for you. And if they post it right after their appointment, it shows your work, you know, so
Yeah.
that's easy.
One of the things that I used to do at the beginning, when I had no clients, I'll pass out flyers. Another thing, the guy that I was cutting, I'll be like, hey, if you send me one of your friends, I'll give you a $5 discount. And man, I had people showing up and I would give them free haircuts because they was,
Referrals are the best.
yeah, they just send me so many clients. So promotions. Because at the beginning, people don't care if at the barber school you were doing this blurry fades or this nice tapers. You're gonna be the new guy or the new girl at the place. They don't know you, right? Unless you already been marketing yourself, then maybe, you know. But at the beginning, it's gonna be hard and it's gonna test you. I have barbers that, oh, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Dude, you just had like a slow week. Like, keep grinding. Post something.
This is funny, cause I've been through all this, I'm laughing.
Well,
I have this one guy.
They say it's actually 5 years when people make it or break it.
Yeah, but still, like this one week, I had this one guy that went to one of my shops from like Sunday. I thought it was gonna be busy like every single hour of the day. He's like, "Oh, JC, it's slow. I only cut 6 today." I'm like, "That's super good. Go to another shop." I'm just like, "Oh my god, this guy would bother me about me." You know what? Like I told him, you know, it's not gonna work out. I'm sorry. Like he's like, "Oh, I just not that week was so." I'm like, "No, it's just not gonna work out." Too many complaints to me is just like, "Bye." As a gay man come out, you know, there's a space for some. But I'm laughing because it's all this. It's like, oh God.
Yeah,
Continue,
but-
sorry about that.
Yeah, like,
I have a question for you. I'm gonna try to explain this the best I can, right?
Alright.
So, since you went to barber school, right? You graduated, you went to a shop, you did all these things, right? For us, our students, what's something to expect after you graduate?
Alright, so one of the things you're gonna expect is like, when you go to a place,
Yeah.
most likely they're not gonna hire you on the spot.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have to go knock on a lot of doors. One of the things that I suggest you guys do, because I've seen this from a lot of barbers, they show up, hey man, how much you guys charge for a booth rent?
Mm.
Like, damn. Instead, hey, my name is so-and-so, I just graduated from Barber College, I wanna know if you guys have a chair available. See how different that is?
Yeah.
I have guys show up, their pants are sagging, they smell like weed, their hair looks like they just woke up. Hey bro, you got a chair for rent? Not for you.
What's up, my boy?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, no, like, remember, we are professionals. Like, if you guys want to go to an urban shop, cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. The majority of guys are probably gonna be stoned right there. But if you guys wanna attract the people that are actually gonna take care of you, like doctors, nurses, cops, lawyers,
Yep.
you gotta be professional, because they look at that. Like, I don't have control over the clients that go to the shop. And marijuana is legal. There's times when they go inside, after they smoke the joint, hey, the shop is gonna smell like a little weed.
Yeah.
But I have no control over that.
Que los clientes.
Eso no se lo entendí.
Sí, no tienen control.
But if
Yeah.
my barber who's renting a chair goes in there smelling like weed, smelling like alcohol, I'll give him the 30-day notice. Dude, you're done.
Do you guys serve alcohol at your shop?
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's,
That's nice.
and it's legal,
Yeah.
right? So it's 6 ounces of wine
Mhm.
or 12 ounces of beer.
So
I
we
bend
have
the
a
rules a little bit. I'm gonna edit that out of the set. I
I
do give them a shot of either whiskey or
That's
tequila,
nice, yeah.
you know?
The clients appreciate that stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
They
they do.
really need it.
Mhm.
I see that a lot where I'm at, and, I was just gonna say, as far as like, when I got my chair, I was like, oh, cause see, I do locks, but I'm here because I need to start learning the barbering, so I don't have to hand my client over to the barber for that service, and plus I love to pet. But I didn't have anybody, and I was like, well, I got this chair, but I don't have anybody. So between me and some of the barbers, we did start getting clients. Like one of the barbers, hey, I got somebody for you. But what I do, I get my cards and keep them on me. If I'm with my grandkids at the park and I see somebody I know, I have a conversation with them. You know, I got most of my clients like that. And see somebody at 7-Eleven, here's a card. You know, if you ever need my services, here's my card. Da, 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 da. And that's how I got mostly all my clients, just being out there in the community and handing things out.
Yeah. See, like now they even made it easier. So, you guys heard of the digital business cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I carry one all the time on me. So like I don't have to carry a stack of cards,
Yeah.
and I just tap it on the phone. Who doesn't have a
Ooh,
phone?
I never heard of that.
I'm gonna show you. I went to a barber show and I got one. You guys heard of Marby Marv?
He was there yesterday, right?
Oh, you said Marvy Marv?
Yeah.
I met him yesterday.
Yeah, see, I met that guy at a place. Like, you got your phone out? See, I got the barbers right here.
Oh,
See?
Yeah.
So you could just,
this weird, yeah.
there it is.
Wow.
See? How easy that works?
¿Qué tiene esa tarjeta?
Es como una tarjeta de negocio, en vez de tener las 100 tarjetas, con esa, pum. Como sabe que a veces pierden una tarjeta, so con esa ten esa mi información, en vez de darle tu número de rápido. Es una, dos y ya sale, sale en tu teléfono automático.
Where do you get those from?
That's it.
Miguel, I have a question for you. So is that card just for iPhone or also Android?
For both.
For both.
Oh.
He was there yesterday.
Gives you the whole information. Yeah. So you
So
get one of these? Check it out, check it out. So like that, you guys could go and get yourself one of these. I got it for free from Marby Marv.
Buy a
Open
bopper.
your phone.
It's called bopper?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But there's- But there's a lot more out there.
You can make it so you don't.
Yeah, there's a dot one, there's like blank ones on Amazon too.
Okay, we're all gonna make one.
No kidding.
No lo quiere.
So where did it go?
Es weird, no, a veces hace eso la tarjeta.
It's
Ah,
weird
no sé.
Mira, la mía ya está bien vieja, yo tengo una, está aquí.
No kidding.
Look at mine too, it's super old, just cause I have it there. I don't even promote or I don't know my clients, but it's just still, it's like having this old card, you know?
Con la foto.
También. Oh, that's another way to do it, with the phone too. Con el phone. Que ya estamos viejitos pues.
Learn something every day.
Thank you.
I've had like 2 boxes of cards and I'm down to maybe this much now.
Mi
Ese mero.
Where did I order? It's a common
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
Shoot. I'll tell you when I look at the file.
No está.
So like that, you guys don't have to carry a bunch of cards. You just carry one. You be able to put all your information there, your social medias, your link to your website, and it works. Android and iPhones. And going back to your question, right? So most barbershops, they're gonna ask you for your first month's rent, right? Like in the barbershop that I run,
Yeah.
I was asked for liability insurance too, because you are responsible for your clients. So if anybody falls from your clients and they sue me, I'm gonna go after you, right? If you cut their ear, I'm gonna go after you.
Yeah.
So liability insurance is important. A lot of barbershops, they don't care about that. They just want the booth rent. They're not protecting themselves. Like I invested a lot of money in opening up my barbershop.
Yeah.
You know, the last thing I want is, you know, some kid slipping because the mom's not watching them. And, you know, they sue me because I'm the owner of the barbershop, but in reality, it's your client,
Yeah.
right? So that's one of the things you're gonna need. Also, a city license, right? So if you're gonna be doing business in Morgan Hill, you're gonna need to go to Morgan Hill City and get a license to actually be able to perform services in that city.
Okay.
All cities are different.
So if you did something like that, say like you wanted to go to an event and put a tent up and cut hair, you have to have a city license.
Yeah, and in fact, that's illegal. You can't just set up shop. During COVID, they were trying to change it a little bit because we couldn't do it inside the building, right? Because supposedly it was spreading inside or whatever. So they were trying to pass this thing where you could set up a little tent outside the barber shop, work in the parking lot. Some people were able to do it, but that was just a temporary thing, sanitation.
Yeah.
So imagine let's just say you go to an event where they're selling food, right? There's always gonna be flies, right?
Right.
So they're gonna be flying all around the food and they're gonna go lay on your tools or whatever. And
Oh, wow. I guess that was because it was a church I seen do that. They were cutting homeless hair and I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool to be able to do. But that was before COVID.
no, but this thing is, see, this is the thing that I just don't understand, right? So if you're cutting your family or doing it for free, the city's not gonna mess with you. But at the moment that you get your license, you're a professional, right? So now they're gonna come after you. Like if one of you guys does a little event, doesn't have a license, they don't care about that. But if they know that you have a license, you should know better, I guess. I just don't understand that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. It's illegal. I think in California they're trying to pass this thing where it's like some kind of permit where you could go to a client's house and perform services, but it's gonna be limited. But you have to apply for that. But yeah, setting up a tent, definitely.
Cause I know people like mobile graders, they go to people's houses and stuff, and I was wondering about that. How do they do, is it legal to do that?
It's illegal, but if you're doing it, don't tell me. 'Cause
Yeah.
I mean, I have done like house calls, right? Like there was this guy who had gotten in a car accident and he was temporarily disabled, so he couldn't really leave his house. So I went and cut his hair as a favor for one of my clients, but it's not something that I normally like to do. In fact, it's a headache carrying all your stuff.
Yeah,
They don't have proper lighting, you know, like it just I don't like doing that.
yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us at one point or another cut at home, and I mean, get your practice on. I mean, I don't care about that stuff, you know, because I did it. It actually helped me get to where I'm at because of my family and friends. Like when I was in middle school, my sister would lend me her washer and dryer, which was in a garage while my wife was doing the laundry. I would just open up the garage door, set up my tools, and just cut my family. And then we'll have some people walking by. Hey, how much for a haircut? $5. hey, can I leave you my son and I will get the other one? Yeah, sure, bring him. You know, that's how I got my practice. I must have cut like at least 1,000 people when I was in barber school. And sometimes I hear people like, damn, I only did like 30 the whole 9 months. I'm like, damn.
So what do we need the city license for?
Because every business, and if you're gonna be doing unless you're an employee, like an old time, you're not gonna need that, right? But if you're renting a chair, you gotta remember, like, this is the best way that I could describe it. You go to the mall is one big building, right? And you got Macy's, you got JCPenney, you got Round One or whatever, right? They're all individual stores, so that's how it is when you're renting a chair. You're an individual business, right? So the business itself, the barbershop, it's gonna have its permit, seller's permit, you know, sell gels, pomades and all that stuff. But if you personally wanna conduct business, you would have to have a city license. You wanna sell product, gels and stuff like that, and you wanna get that retail discount price, get the seller's permit. Yeah, you're definitely gonna need that. You guys have any more questions for me?
Yeah, since I wasn't here in the beginning, how long have you had your shop open?
For 4 years.
Okay.
And I've been a barber for 12 years. I'm 46 years right now, but I've been cutting hair since I was like 14. Not professionally, just carrying my case around, just messing people up. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. I always tell people, I didn't get good at cutting hair. I got good at cleaning up my mistakes. You know, and I continuously make mistakes. You know, with this new trends, new styles, at first I'm just like, damn, how do I do this? How am I gonna do this burst fade? Or damn, the molding's back. Oh. You know? So it's just like a lot of the styles, excuse me, a lot of the styles like I was gonna recycle themselves. They're gonna come back, but with a little twist, right?
Yeah.
You know, we got that burst fade. Now we got the burst fade with the molded. Then we got the Edgar with the molded. And I'm like, damn, right?
So true.
I mean, if you're doing braids, right, locks and stuff, you know, you're gonna get those moldeds with the locks and the taper on the side.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Miguel, I have a question for you, actually, so they can kind of hear the experience for the ones that want to open a barbershop that maybe don't. Now that you have your shop, because I'm sure at first your goal was to open your own place, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but now that you have your shop, would you go back and redo it all over again?
See, I have asked myself that same question.
Okay.
And I gotta say, if I knew what I knew now, I would have stayed renting a chair.
Okay,
Seriously.
and why is that?
One of the things is dealing with the egos of the barbers, right? So they get into this mindset that they're their own bosses, right? So you can't tell them anything. Hey, dude, your station's looking a little dirty. Or is that even in the contract? No, it's not. But apparently you didn't read it. Of course it is, right? Like, hey man, why are you here at this time? Why are you leaving at that time? I think I already went over this earlier, right? It's just, you're gonna make more money renting a chair than having to pay for the whole building. You know, it's your responsibility at the end of the day to fill them chairs. So if one of the chairs is empty, you're not making any money. Another thing, like, I wish I would have gone the route of doing employees. You're gonna make more money that way. Once you have, for me, I have 5 chairs in the barbershop, right? So I work in one full time, and I rent the other 4. Now that they're full, I'm capped out. I can't make any more money out of those chairs. Obviously, I could raise my prices, but obviously I could raise their rent a little bit, but it's not gonna be like a significant amount that's gonna make me rich or anything.
Correct,
right?
you do the fair value, 3 or 5% increase cap rate,
Yeah.
year per year.
And
Yeah.
that's it,
Wow.
you know?
Mm.
Now, a lot of the barbers will complain like, hey, you're not advertising, you're not marketing. I am marketing, I am advertising, but that's your responsibility. You're renting the chair. It's not my responsibility to get your chairs filled. A lot of barbers think that, oh, I'm gonna go in there and I'm just gonna take all the walk-ins. Yeah, if the barber owner is good, he's gonna have overflow, right? and that overflow is gonna work out for the new barbers. But at the end of the day, it's your responsibility, each one of you guys that are gonna be renting the chair to bring people in so you can cut.
Okay.
What's the question?
So I was working at a shop before coming to school. I was an apprentice, right?
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of barbers who've gone in and like just thinking their shop is gonna give them their clients, right?
yeah,
They go in, they sit down for like the whole day, not even having one client, you know? So some people graduate college and they go to the shop expecting they're gonna get booked out in like a week.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to like get to, like when you were saying about like how they're telling you you're not promoting anything.
yeah.
You gotta promote yourself, bro.
That's it.
Yeah.
And start doing it now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, a lot of barbers when they're in barber school, they don't want to cut in the barber school.
Yeah.
They're like, no, I'll just cut them after, so I could charge whatever I'm gonna charge them. If the school's charging them $5, hey, get the practice, dude.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna get better. Cause at the barber shop, believe me, if you're messing up people's hair, you don't have the customer service, they're not gonna go back.
Yeah.
Retention is one of the biggest things that's gonna help you get booked out. I have barbers that have been there like 6 months after I opened. That guy stays busy, like he has an overflow. I have another guy, Will, who's been there for a while, and his thing goes up and down. There's days when he's busy, days when he's not.
Yeah.
You know, and I could criticize them all I want, but at the end of the day, they're running their business the way that they want to run their business. But learn marketing, definitely.
Yeah.
We got such, you know, big platforms right now: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, Twitter. The ones that I use the most is TikTok. I use Instagram, YouTube, and I have my website. I also have registered my business in Google, so I have a Google profile. So I ask for reviews, just like I said earlier. Like if you guys are gonna work at a shop, hey, tell your customers, say, leave me a Google review, but make sure you put my name in that review.
Have you guys tried LinkedIn? Sorry to cut you off.
I have tried it personally,
Yeah.
but for the shop, I have not.
You should, because I was telling them, you know, for the ones that want to get those Google, Meta, NVIDIA type clients, you can go in there, look for the company, connect with the people that are in there. You're going to see all the people that are in the Bay Area, San Jose, Hollister, you're going to find them. So, you know, if you want to get the professionals, what type of clients you want to get at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
They tell them you want to get those, they're not going to be on Instagram. They're going to be on LinkedIn, you know?
Yeah.
So they're looking for jobs. So if you post on their feeds, connect with them, send them a personal message, you know, that's another great one as well.
Yeah.
Again, what type of clients do you want to get? Everyone has their own set of clientele. So,
Yeah, like for me, I used to think that Facebook was for older folks. I mean, I'm 46 years old and I didn't have a Facebook. But when Noe was working for me, he actually opened up Facebook, and I actually started getting clients through there too. So he's like, yeah, like any platform will work. But the key thing is you guys gotta post, right? Like about what services you guys are providing. Put it in a perspective for clients. So I made the mistake that I was doing a lot of posts thinking that the barbers wanna go and get a haircut from me, right? Like no barbers go to get a haircut from me. Like I have no barbers that ever go and get a haircut from me. So why am I posting to attract barbers or to make myself look better than another barber? Like, so I stopped caring about that. I was like, dude, I need clients. So what do clients want to see? Certain haircuts. Not every client is gonna want to blur your face. We get those easy ones. 2 on the sides, square the back, square sideburns, shears on top. Oh, send me those all day. I'll knock those out in 20 minutes. Like, bring them. Instead of taking 45 minutes on this mole with the taper and then give me like a tribal design on the back, I'm like, man. You know? So definitely start marketing yourselves. Start with the family. I was watching a video one time and a guy said, everybody has a phone, right? You have all these contacts, right? It could be your cousins, your aunt's ex-boyfriend, whatever, right? Just do a mass text to everybody. Hey, I just started barber school. I'm trying to get my reps up. If you're ever interested in a haircut, man, you know, stop by. You know, I'll go hook you up. Start with that. You know, that's a form of marketing. You know, start with your intermediate people. Now imagine if your own people don't want to mess with you, what do you expect from the other people gonna want to mess with you? Like
I
this-
did the Booksy app, and I got a lot of clients from Booksy, but in the long run, at the end, I just got out of it because they not only charge you it monthly to keep their stuff going, but if you don't, say like you just had $75 and you want that $75, you're not gonna get it. You gotta make at least 100 to get any cash back out of them. So I'm like, I can just do it myself. But it did give me a lot of clients. I got people when I'm like, how'd you hear about me? And they said, oh, Booksy. Or how'd you hear about me? Oh, Instagram. You know what I mean? Cause I didn't know, so I'd ask. But yeah, that I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah. So there's not a plug-in for the system that I use, but I've been using Square for a while.
Yeah, me too.
Because it had like that free online booking, which I like. Before I would do it manually, and nothing would drive me crazy. Imagine, I'll write like this, boom, boom, 7, 8, and then I'll double book, and then I'm giving away free haircuts. That just helped me to be more organized. I pay for the plan now, it's like, I think it's $29, right? And I have the no show, no call protection.
Right.
So if somebody doesn't show up, they didn't call me or anything, I'll charge them for messing with my money.
So I want to talk to you about that too.
Yeah.
So recently, I've been having a lot of no-shows, and I have Booksy. Would you recommend doing the policy thing with they add their credit card and
Always.
everything?
Always.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Like your customer will start respecting you. In fact, for a
Yeah.
while, my thing wasn't working, and my own client would tell me, "Hey, dude, they're not asking me for the credit card." I was like, "Wait a minute." I go in there, and make sure that everything was running fine. The only limitation that I see with that, if you start asking for people to leave their credit card,
Mhm.
there's gonna be a lot of young guys or people that are not gonna have a credit card.
Yeah.
So you're gonna miss out on that. But if you have at least a policy,
Mhm.
hey dude, you had a no call, no show, next time it's gonna be double.
Okay.
You will get rid of those people.
Yeah.
But do it in a professional way, you know,
Yeah.
like, and you start waiving all those out. But yeah, like at the beginning, I'll tell you a story that happened to me. So I started using the online booking myself. I was new to it. And somebody must have thought it was funny to mess with me. So the first time ever in my career, I was fully booked for the first time. And I'm like, oh, I'm stoked. Heck yeah. I'm gonna make some money today. 9 o'clock came, no show. 10 o'clock came, no show. 11 o'clock came, no show. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? 12 o'clock came, no show. I went through my whole list and I started texting every single person to verify their appointments.
Yeah.
I had 2 people that were actual customers. The rest were bogus numbers. So that's where I was like, damn, I need to find another way for me to actually have people put the real information.
Yeah.
I moved to another barber shop. I forget which platform I was using, but it wouldn't ask for people's credit cards. This guy, like the owner of the barber shop, Cookie, what's up, Cookie? I'm gonna say that in the video right there. This guy, he was like, I'm using Square, and I make them put their credit card. So like that, if they don't show, I'm gonna charge them. And I started doing that, and that eliminated. I mean, you're still gonna get no call, no shows, and I still play it by ear. Like if it's one of my regulars, and it's like, hey, I just got rear-ended, or I got sick, or whatever. If it sounds like a valid excuse or a valid thing that they're gonna miss their appointment, I don't charge them. But if it's just like no call, no show, no communication, a day later, hey, my bad, bro, I overslept. It's all good, dude, I already got paid.
Do you do your confirmation calls, or does your system do it?
The system does it.
How
But-
many days do you have them notify your people? Like 3 days before, 5 days before, like their appointment?
See, so it's different for you guys, right? Like you guys, if you're doing like say color or something, it's gonna be more time consuming. For us, I take 45 minutes on a haircut, right? So I have 2 hours before their appointment, they will receive a text. And 24 hours before their appointment, they're gonna get an email. And it's not a confirmation, it's just a reminder.
Yeah.
Like I skipped the confirmation, cause then if they don't confirm, sometimes they show up. So now it's just like, I just assume you're gonna show up if you don't cancel your appointment. So give them enough time. So people can't book an appointment an hour before, just in case I get a walk-in or something, alright?
Do you like block it?
Yeah. So like, say I have an appointment at 9 o'clock. Nobody could book before, like after 8 o'clock
Right.
for that time slot, just in case I get a walk-in or whatever.
What are your, are you like a Tuesday through Saturday? What are you working?
Yeah, so I'm working from Tuesday to Saturday. I do from, my first appointment's at 8:15. It's
I love that.
a weird time.
That's great.
Yeah, 8:15 to 6 o'clock. So I'm doing an average about 12 haircuts a day.
Yeah.
I have my 45-minute lunch. I don't take breaks in between that.
Yeah. If you hopefully get that lunch, right?
Well,
Hopefully.
no, I block it off.
That's good for you. That's
Yeah,
right. That's
so
nice.
I have it consistently, like, where I'm doing 6 haircuts in the morning, lunch, then 6 haircuts, and sometimes I do VIPs, where I charge $100 for a haircut if they want me to stay overtime.
Okay, that's nice.
It's, somebody told me, goes, you make the customers tell you no, instead of you telling them no, like, $100? Hell no, I don't want that. All right, cool, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
You know, like,
True that.
Okay, and then I have a few questions for you.
Yeah.
You're probably not thinking of them, so I'll go ahead and ask them. Do you want the easier questions or you want the more?
drop them, and I don't know if there's easy questions at all, but
Okay,
drop them.
So I'll start with the easy. So for barbers that are, obviously in barber school, just starting, they're pursuing their career, how many clippers do you recommend and trimmers for them to have? And their start?
I always recommend 2 of each.
Okay, why is that?
Reason being, alright, so when I was in barber school, I had 1 master's, 1 TL liner. We used to have these little bags that will put the clippers and the trimmers on our stations. So one day, I just happened to put my clippers in there and missed the whole bag. Boom! There goes the teeth of my machine, right? I had no extra ones. Everybody's cutting and I'm just looking dumb right there, like damn. So you wanna have a backup one just in case something like that happens. You just never know. Like I have shells in my barber stations. One day I just put, I think it was a gel or something, and just knocked out the hairspray. Boom, right into my trimmer. Boom, there goes my trimmer. But luckily I have an extra one, so I can just continue doing my thing. I always have extra blades. I have extra blades in the back for my trimmer and my clipper, just in case something like that happens. But I always have at least 2 clippers, 2 trimmers in my station at all times. You just never know. You know, if you bang it a little bit, the blade shifts, starts biting the client. The last thing you want to do is tattoo them, you know, give them a haircut at the same time.
That's true.
And then another question for you. What's the most that a barber at your shop, including yourself, has earned?
Like yearly or
Let's go in a year. Yeah.
yearly? So
After expenses and taxes and everything.
after expenses and taxes and everything. Damn, that's a good question. Cause
Write-offs, taxes.
yeah, like bros, I wanna say you could easily make $100K
Okay.
a year just charging $35 per haircut. If you do 12 haircuts, just do the math. Pull out your phone.
So back in so they're doing that.
Yeah,
It says 35 by 12.
360?
yeah. So
Yeah.
multiply 5 days, right?
Okay.
Times 12
Okay.
times. Let me see. I lost the
About
math right now.
2,000. Yeah. 35 times 12 times 5.
Yeah, there we go.
So that.
2,100.
There you go.
Yeah.
Times 52 weeks. If you work every single week.
109.
5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all you need. Just
I think it's
30.
good to have a weekly goal. Like if your weekly goal is I'm making 2,000 this week. That's what you should give yourself those small because then it's $400 a day. Break it down into haircuts, right?
Yeah.
It's easier math that way because then on Monday you might have like 5 haircuts. On Thursday you might have 12. So it's gonna fluctuate, but as long as you hit that 2,000 consistently, you're gonna make $100,000 a year. It's easy. So I mean
And
that's
then-
really what it is.
So good. So that's good. So they can know that's how much they can earn. And that's in Salinas?
Yeah, in Salinas.
Okay, in Salinas. That's not Santa Clara, Sunnyvale. Theirs are like higher. There's
Yeah.
$60, $100 haircuts. It's San Francisco, 120. So
Yeah.
it's
It's all about your area, right? Like now we have these tools. Any of you guys mess with Chat GPT?
Yeah.
Right? You could just
Yeah, of course.
it's because
Yeah.
there's a
This is my
debates.
best friend.
There's debates here with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And ChatGPT go at it.
yeah.
All day with
So you could put it in like, hey, what's the average price in my area?
Okay.
And let's just say the average is like from $30 to $50. You don't want to be the most expensive. You don't want to compete with the price, right? You want to compete with the experience, right? If you have low experience, hey, be the lowest guy, right? The reason being, you're gonna attract more clients that way. You'll get more reps, right? If you are straight out of barber college and you're trying to charge $50 and you're not there yet, people are gonna see, they're gonna smell that like, oh, no, this guy
Can you
doesn't
repeat
know
that
what
in
he's
Spanish? For him and for.
Si no sabes cuánto vas a cobrar por tus cortes de pelo, pregúntale a ChatGPT cuánto cobran en esta área, ¿verdad? Y si la variedad es de 30 a $50, pero acabas de salir de la escuela, no quieras cobrar $50, porque no, realísticamente la gente no te lo va a pagar. Te lo paga una vez, pero no regresa. Pero no tienes que competir pues con el precio, sino con tu habilidad, con lo que tú sabes.
conocimiento.
Exactamente.
The area around here, the average price is $40 to $70.
Yeah,
See?
yeah, 40
So-
says standard. Yeah.
So if you leave the shop today and you open up, you go rent a chair across the street,
Yeah.
I suggest you start at 35.
You get all
Can't
the
just
times.
like down, but everybody else charging 40, but yeah, but you wanna attract.
You
you're not-
charge-
Yeah. Totally down, like, I'm just starting new, so, you know, I'm giving people a discount.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I do, right? And I've been doing this consistently throughout my career. If I'm booked out for, say, a month consistently, day after day after day, and I'm getting overflow of customers, I raise up my price a little bit. But some people is just like, well, you started charging 50, bro. I'm gonna charge 52. Like, dude, but you're not even busy.
Yeah.
Like, how about you drop your price a little bit so you get busier? Nah, it's quality, quality. Get out of here. You know, like, if you don't have the clientele, there's no reason for you to raise up your prices. Just, you know, be true to yourself. Talk to yourself. Look at the mirror. And like, are you really there? You know, like, I'm not trying to put anybody down because we're all been there. Like, we want to make money. I got into this to feed my family. You know, obviously I enjoy what I do, but at the end of the day, we're trying to make money. But do it the realistic way. Don't just assume because so and so and so and so are charging 70 that you could charge 70.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not realistic.
And then to add into that, okay, now it's a little bit of a harder question.
All right, let me see.
All right, since obviously you're a self-employed individual, you're your own boss, and your people are your own boss. So obviously they're starting, and I tell them they're their own boss from day one.
Yeah.
That's the way we kind of carry our standards here, right? Because it's true. Most of them are going to be
Yeah.
self-employed. They're going to go rent a chair. If they do commission, it's going to be for a bit as an employee, and then convert into booth rent.
Well, let me interrupt you right there for a
Okay.
second because commission, right?
Okay.
So a lot of barbershops and salons do this, and it's very illegal, right? So they try to tell you that commission, oh, I'm gonna do 30-70 or 70-30 or 40-60.
Okay.
In the state of California, if they're not paying you at least twice the minimum wage, they cannot charge you commission, right? And I've seen that a lot. Like, they just take advantage of you. So if they're gonna do commission, hey, they gotta pay you at least $32 an hour, I believe.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hourly and commission.
Exactly.
That's only in California though.
Mhm,
They
yeah.
have very strict laws for hairdressers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's how Ulta was, cause they're corporate, so it was stand around money, right? Because
Yeah.
they can only sell half their stuff because we're licensed to carry it. So it was kind of like that weird, but if you go anywhere else, it's really hard to find the commission. It's
Yeah.
also hourly, they'll just give you a commission and give you maybe like a 2% on like product or something, you
Yeah.
know?
So adding to that, since you have obviously a group of people that you obviously they're self-employed, they're their own business, every single one.
Yeah.
How do you advise them for obviously the retirement plan? Because we have people here from 19, 20, 17, you know, all the way to 60.
Yeah, so see, so
So how,
like
what do you do for your people?
like for them,
Yeah.
I really don't do anything
You just let
because
them-
they're independent. Like I have no say or anything on that.
What about if I come and ask you?
Like
Hey,
if you were to
Miguel.
ask me,
Yeah, hey Miguel,
okay,
what would you
see,
recommend?
that's different, and that's one of the things that I tell my guys. Like I'm an open book.
Mhm.
Like you can ask anything you want, but I have learned that I can't just offer my ideas because some people are like, "Why are you telling me? I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
I already know this."
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
At the end of the day, they are adults. Everybody here is over 18 already. You know, so they got their own thoughts.
Mhm.
So I learned to just let them do their thing, but if they need help or they have a question, I'm an open book. I'm always willing to help. So what I do is I have a Roth IRA that
What's a Roth IRA? So
it's
for
a
people that don't know.
retirement plan,
Okay?
right? So let's just say, me personally, I run my business at S Corp. So I pay myself in a check. So every Monday, I'm getting a deposit. And from that deposit, they already, like, I use a
The owner's draw or
a payroll software that does all the paperwork for me, right? So it's this program called Gusto, right? So I just input all my information. I link my bank account for my business, or that's one of the things that I would like to touch on too. Make sure you guys keep your business and your personal finances separate. So open two bank accounts, because you never want to commingle. So when you do your taxes, you know exactly where everything goes.
Right.
If you're commingling your funds, it's gonna be very difficult at the end of the year to know what's what. So even if you guys are just doing a sole proprietor, hey, go to Chase, open up 2 accounts, or go to Wells Fargo, whatever bank you guys use. Right, so I have one for my business and one for my personal. So I run payroll on myself. I get paid every Monday. From that paycheck, they deduct all the taxes that I need to pay for myself. So I'm a W-2 employee, right? So from that
And
check,
why is that? Why are you a W-2 employee, for people that don't know?
because I decided to run my business as an S corp, so I could save in taxes.
There you go. Thank you.
As an escort.
Yeah.
Yeah, S corp. So there's a small corporation. That's what it is,
Oh,
right? So, like the way that I like to explain it, let's just say for easy math, I make $100K a year, right? Then I run payroll myself and I pay myself $50K, right? So I got $50K still, right? But I'm gonna need supplies for the barber shop. I'm gonna need to pay rent for the barber shop and licenses and whatever. So let's just say at the end of the year I spend $30K. So now I got $20K left, right? So instead of taking it as a W-2 where I'm gonna get charged the most taxes, right? That $20K is now gonna be in a form of what they call a K1, which is the earnings of the business. During my taxes, I go to my tax person, I give him my W-2, my K1, and it's gonna be a total of $70K, if you're following the math, right? But I'm not gonna pay $70K in taxes. It's like I'm gonna pay it, but it's not gonna be all the taxes that take on the W-2. I'm gonna save a little bit of taxes on the $20K that was left over in the business. And that's the reason why I run it as an S corp.
Thank you, yeah, because again, the highest tax bracket in the IRS, it's self-employed. It's what we all start off at. So do you wanna do that? And
Where do you set that up?
You can
Or
just-
you could go to either a lawyer, you could do it online, or a tax preparer could help you. I myself did it online. I believe it was
LegalZoom?
Inkfile,
Okay.
inkfile.com.
And what was the one you used for your other one? What?
Gusto?
Gusto?
For
Yeah.
payroll,
Gusto,
there's
yeah,
ADP,
Gusto.
Gusto, all those.
Yeah, that one's based up here in San Francisco. Really easy to set up and everything.
Mhm.
ink. You said ink?
Inkfile.
Okay.
That's the questions that I want them to know, because they're gonna go in there and be like, oh, I made 100,000, but you're self-employed, you're gonna pay almost 40-50% on tax.
Well, I would
State
say
and federal.
it's gonna be at least 25%. 24 point something. When you're single.
Any of the things you talked about today, do you have to like renew a lot of that stuff, like the licenses or anything for your shop? Like, do you have to consistently keep up with it, or is it like a one-time thing and then there's like a little like time period and then you do it again and then again? Or how close is it to each other?
So the establishment license, right? You need one of those for the barber shop.
Right.
It's just like our barber license. It's gonna be every 2 years. The city license, yearly. Seller's permit, you just get it one time, but you gotta pay taxes every year on the stuff you sell. So that includes gels, pomades, not the haircuts.
You can even do drinks, cokes, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Clothing.
Yeah, clothing.
Yeah.
And then like the taxes, you know, because to my understanding, I only know that I got taxes eventually, you know. But like you said, you were saying that there's taxes on products and stuff. They tax you for all that stuff too.
Yeah.
Dang, so you're paying like not just your taxes, you're paying tax on top of the things you're trying to bring out too.
But this is the beauty about if you sell product, right? I don't know, every time you go to the store, they have a sales tax, right? Well, they're collecting it from the person who's buying it. So you're not really paying the taxes. The customers are paying the taxes. You're just paying it to the whatever entity that is collecting the taxes, right? So like, let's just say you're selling the gel for $20 and you tax them $1.20 or whatever. That $1.20, you just save it. At the end of the year, you're just gonna pay it. Basically, it's just gonna change hands. Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, that's why they charge you 9%, 9.25. Look at your receipts.
Yeah.
That's what you paid the taxes for them.
Yeah. So they're just selling you the product. You're paying the taxes. That's it. Yeah. And it's really easy. Like they even have like little classes. Like what I did, I didn't know how I was supposed to do that. So I'm constantly learning. It was on a Monday, one of my days off. They were having something about teaching you how to do the sales tax. Every city should have one. I just pulled up. It was like 30 minutes or something. They just tell you how to basically do it. And once you do that little class, you're like, okay, I got it. And then when you go do the taxes, they even have like little forms where you could follow. It's not really that hard. I know it sounds hard at first, you're like intimidating, but it's not gonna be.
It's just having it.
Yeah, like if you have a seller's permit and you go to a store that sells wholesale, they won't charge you taxes. You know, you just get the wholesale price. You could go buy a TV and be like, and not pay taxes. You know, but I wouldn't recommend it, but you could do it.
And then for you that, you're 46, I'm sure you have an age where you have a set plan for yourself that you want to retire, right? Let's say you want to retire at 60, I'm just throwing out a number. You have 14 years left remaining in the industry. If everything goes good, God forbid, something happens or whatever, things happen in life, right?
Oh yeah.
You max out your Roth IRA, which is a $7,000 max that you can contribute to it.
7,500.
That's 500. They increased this year. So do you max it out for yourself since you know you have 14 years remaining on your Roth?
Yes.
What about when you started? When did you start working?
Well, when I started,
Yeah.
I was trying to do what I could afford. So if you guys can only afford $5 right now, do $5. If you guys can afford $10, do $10.
But why? It's only $5 or $10. I don't get that. That's a little bit. It's not gonna make a difference.
No, it does make a difference. It
Wow.
compounds.
How?
It compounds,
Oh,
right?
There you go.
So let's just say you got growth, right? You started off with $5, and at the end of the year, it grew a little bit. You might have $6, and then $7, $8. But if you keep doing 5, 10, 20, 15, it just keeps going.
What does compound mean?
Well, basically, your money's working while you're asleep. Like it's interest, right? Like whenever you guys use a credit card, they charge you interest. They're making money out of the money you guys spend. So that thing's actually making money for you guys. It's like you guys are lending them the money in a way, and the interest just keeps making your money just keep growing.
And then what about for me? If I don't want stocks and all that, that's kind of risky. I don't want to do that. I'm more conservative. What do you recommend for me? What would you recommend? Not financial advice. Because I know you're not a financial advisor.
Well, for me, I really don't do nothing else but that. Like I have a little bit of crypto.
Okay.
Like I don't put all my money in crypto.
Isn't that very risky?
everything is risky.
Yeah.
Even opening
Sorry,
up,
I'm being devil's advocate here.
even renting a booth is risky because you don't know if you don't know if you're gonna have clients. You don't know at the end, like you go to a shop hoping that you're gonna have clients, but it's not until you're there that you start realizing, yeah, maybe this is not the spot. And remember, guys, if the barbershop like culture is not for you guys, like it's different than what you guys thought, you guys could always leave and find another shop. I suggest you guys go to several shops, meet up with the owner, tell them if you could sit, you know, like on a day, you know, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a random day. Saturdays, Fridays, it's a given. I always call those the freebies at the shop. Those days we're always gonna be busy. I don't care how whack the barbershop is. Friday, Saturday, you gotta be busy. Try going on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday. If you guys see a little bit more popular, that means it's gonna be overflow. So go and meet up with different owners, different barbershops. Just hang out, you know? Preferably the morning. The afternoon, everybody's getting off work. It's really a little bit busier. But if you see a barbershop where all day the barber's cutting, they're doing something and try to mimic what they're doing. I always say, like, go where somebody could take you under the wing, right? Like, teach you a little bit of the business. Because right here is where you guys are gonna learn how to cut hair, right? And of course, they're also gonna touch the business side of renting a chair or working for somebody. Like, you that work over there at the altar, right? Like, she doesn't have to deal with the marketing or, you know, waiting on customers or for her to, you know, try to reach out. The company's already doing it for her. And I'm pretty sure you also learning how they do it. And if you ever decide to open up your own shop, you're like, well, this is how they were doing it. In fact, I want to mimic supercuts and great clips. I know a lot of us talk crap about it, like, oh, they don't know how to cut hair, they do this. But they stay busy.
Yeah.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So what is it that they're doing that we're not doing? So that's one of the things, like, we go back to what you said about if I were to do it again, I would stay renting a chair. I would have made more money. I have less expenses that way. Like, seriously. Like, if I could go and rent like just like a little studio or something, I think I would go that route.
Yeah.
But do you take the route you took because you believed in yourself?
I did it because I was afraid that the place where I was working at was gonna be shut down. Honestly.
So then you just went into business?
So I was
Yourself?
it was something that from the beginning, like when I went to barber school, it was always my thought, like, I'm going into barber school so I can open up my own barber shop. And I was really naive, thinking that it was gonna be easy, but you know, I'm glad that I did it. But if I could go back, like, I probably wouldn't. Like, if I could go back in time and talk to myself, I'd be like, dude, don't do it. Just rent the booth, you know, less cost, less headache. Because believe me, like, the egos of the barbers, sometimes you're just like, damn. You just want to pull out the belt and spank them like back in the days. Like, dude, what's going on right here?
And again, I think, at least from what I heard, you know, obviously, I'm glad to meet you for the first time, and I'm sure all the students are as well. But from what I heard, at least from you, that you're the most disciplined and clean shop. You have everything ready, staffed on the back room. You know, from what Noe has told me and Will, that you're doing everything above and beyond. You're like a supply store. I'm like, this guy has a supply store in there. You
Well,
know,
let me tell you,
barbers.
I haven't been in a lot of barber shops.
There's a lot.
I worked at a beauty salon for 4 years, right? I was renting a chair. The lady was nice enough to let me work there. And I got a lot of my reps in that salon. And I learned a lot of things, what not to do and what to do in that place. Like, she didn't do no marketing. It was a walk-in barbershop, which I was grateful. But the thing with the walk-in shop is, like, you're gonna get a rush at 5 o'clock, like 20 people. Throughout the day, you're not gonna have nothing because people are getting out of work at that time. People started asking for appointments, and I was like, damn, maybe appointments is a thing. For me, I like that. Like, at the beginning, you guys might wanna look for a place where they do walk-in, so you could build some clientele. And as you guys get busy, start booking appointments. But work on your timing. Like, people who book appointments, those are the professionals that are like, damn, I have 40 minutes on my lunch, I need this haircut. They're not there like mess around, waste time. Like, you wanna get them in and out. I have clients that were like, dude, I only got 30 minutes. Do what you can. You know, Speedy Gonzalez all the way through. You know, so yeah, definitely work on the timing.
I found that having my clients, cause I was doing other things in the day, so I would come about 4 o'clock and get all the people who are getting off of work. And then they were really happy to come in and get their hair done after work, instead of taking off of work and trying to schedule in the time, because with locks, it's gonna take a minute.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I found that coming in later, I get more clients,
Yeah, like
especially walk-ins.
one of the things that I tell the barbers that are independent, right? Like, set your schedule. Like, I can't set their schedule. The barbershop has a certain schedule, but I can't set theirs, right?
Right.
So say you wake up at 9, but you don't wanna be at the barbershop at 9, you're like a 11 o'clock type of guy, from 11 to 8 or something, you know? And keep that schedule consistently. Don't show up at 12 one day and then leave at 3. Like, the customers don't wanna guess if you're gonna be there or not. Like, if your booking site or your website says, hey, I'm open from this to this, be there. Obviously, life happens. Sometimes like I have to leave the shop because I have a doctor's appointment or something, or come in a little later because of that. Or I get a call from the school, hey, your son just broke his arm, gotta go pick him up. You know, it happens. But you have to always be consistent on your schedule. And things like that, hey, well, if it happens, it happens, but be there. Even if you guys are not cutting, just being there. You just never know. Somebody might just walk in and they need that haircut. And from that walk-in, you just made a regular customer, a returning customer. And that's how it starts, just one customer at a time. Like, it's one haircut at a time.
Oh yeah.
Any other questions?
You know?
Or anything you wanna add on? Cause I know you have some.
Let's see.
notes in there.
We'll touch pretty much everything.
Good.
You
Right.
explain everything good. I just want to tell you that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
There's just a lot of people who, you know, they try to like, you know, try to make you understand things, but it's my best know how to make things sound really good.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I was really nervous. I don't normally do this, you know, so.
You should though. You should.
You
I
seem like a
you're
natural.
on the map now.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of barber colleges, you know, that need stuff like this. That's why when you were coming and you're like, oh, yeah, so we're gonna bring someone or whatever, like, oh, I think I'm just gonna go out and speak. I'm like, perfect, you know, because they come, they get a class, and they whatever styles they are gonna go ahead and showcase to the students, and it's fine. But just giving this is more insightful, I think, for them, because most of them are already cutting. One of
Yeah, like, see,
the
like,
show's just starting, but
Will actually asked me, was like, you gonna go do a haircut? I go, dude, they do that all day. Like,
yeah.
if anything, like, they don't wanna see another haircut. You guys go to YouTube and see people cut all day, or TikTok. Like, nah, there's really nothing I could teach them as far as the technique, because right here, you guys are gonna learn that.
How many combs will you recommend that they have?
All
A
right,
day.
so if you're planning on doing 12 haircuts, I'll do 24, at least for 2 days.
If they drop or whatever, something
Mhm.
happens. Yeah.
Because if you don't have time to wash them the previous day, because life happens, then the following day you still have some, and then if you have some time to clean in between your clients, or if you have a slow moment, you clean up.
You said combs?
Combs, yeah, like, so I use the flat top combs and the little combs. Those are my
Go-tos?
2 combs, like, yeah. So I use one for blending and the other one just for whenever I'm doing the shear work. And I also do like little baby brushes.
Mm.
And I have like 24 of those things too.
And your
Right.
clippers, are they 0 gap or no?
0 gap.
Got it.
Yeah, I have a heavy hand, so slightly push back a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
You just gotta know like what your tools could do, right? Like, If you have your clipper zero gap, your trimmer is gonna blend that out. That's all you need. You don't need to get too aggressive where you're like leaving tattoos over here in the lineup, you know? Yeah. Yeah, definitely, razor holders. I know a lot of people just have one. They have like their favorite one. Like, you can't really sanitize it in between the clients. So buy at least 12, so you go have for the whole day. Right, like, or 13 or 14, so you have one extra if you drop one. Like my station, I have like a stack of them. I put them in the pots overnight. In the morning, I rinse them out. I load them up with my blades. I keep them in a container, and then when every client gets a fresh new one, boom, boom. And if I feel like my blade is kind of dull, because sometimes it happens, I just switch it, right, and just keep going. Because at the end of the day, like, you want to do as many services as you can, so you can make as much money as you can. Like, all those little seconds, like even changing guards, that's gonna be a little bit of seconds, but every seconds counts throughout the day. Especially if you have that little rush. If you guys gonna do appointments, you guys could chill a little bit more because you guys already know your timing. But if it's a walk-in shop and there's a barber that's hungrier than you, that guy's gonna take him.
Right.
And then let's say one of the barbers here, because I'm sure nobody lives in Salinas, right? No? Okay, let's say they moved to Salinas. But I told me, y'all remember Miguel, he was spot on, I liked the way he was, all the good things. What are your requirements to work at your place? If, let's say, Rene was to go, move.
Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna observe is when they walk into the shop.
Okay.
How they are. Like, if they just walk in there like, hey, how much for booth rent?
No.
And I'm already like, nah. Introduce yourself. Just go up to whoever greets you. Hey, I'm so and so. I'm looking for the barbershop owner. And then they'll likely point him out. Oh, that short guy over there. You go introduce yourself to the owner. Hey, I just graduated from barber school. I was looking to see if you have a spot available for me. Like, I will ask you, hey, do you have a license? Yeah. Okay. How long have you been cutting hair? Well, I just did the barber school, 9 months. How comfortable are you in shaving? Like, oh, well, I'm okay. I'm not that great. Okay, good. How about scissor work? You know how to do scissor work? I really don't like using scissors. Like, nah, I'm more like a buzz cut kind of guy. Like, no, man. If you can't use the scissors, I'm sorry, but this spot is gonna eat you alive. Or
Es que no puede usar tijera.
Y las preguntas que son los requisitos para trabajar en su lugar.
Oh.
Las preguntas que le hace, solo usar la navaja, las tijeras, si no solo usar esto, ya son como banderas rojas que dicen no está listo.
yeah, cause I run like a traditional barber shop. Like, we do hot towel shaves, we do facials,
Okay.
and we do scissor work. I mean, sometimes we even have those guys with long hair that right after the haircut they're gonna get braids. So it's like you gotta be able to cut long hair too. It's not just comb overs and tapers. Like, we're doing mullets, burst fades, designs. I mean, but it's not a requirement. Like, for a long time I didn't do designs. Like, but you can still have a successful career even if you don't do one design in your life. So it's not a requirement, but for sure, scissors, you know how to use a razor. Can you do a shave, right? I mean, if you want to do facials, at the end of the day, it's gonna be the menu that you guys want to create. But that's one of the things that I would like to see in my barber shop, that you're able to do all those things. And how willing are you be to go get your city license? In the contract, because I always do a contract on all my barbers, so they know the rules of the barber shop and what they have to follow, what's their responsibility. The place that I worked at, it was just like coming to work. That lady didn't ask me for anything, no license, no permits, no nothing. Luckily, I did have a barber's license, and that's all I basically used right there at that place for 4 years. It wasn't until I worked, it was 2 days that I worked at this place. It was like a retirement home where a salon owner invited me to see if I could check it out because they had a lot of older people that wanted that traditional stuff. And she's the one who told me that I needed a city license. What is she talking about? Right? Like I never had to need that.
Yeah.
So then that's where I started looking into it, and I was like, oh, so it is a requirement, something that I didn't know, because I thought I was already working in a business, and the business already had it, but that's not how it works. And another thing that I said earlier was, once you're working there, like, obviously if you're brand new, I'll give you a break, like, you don't have to get those things as soon as possible, but as soon as you're able to make some money, I need you to go get that, because that's not that expensive. And liability insurance, which right now for a whole year is $650 through State Farm. That's the one that I use. I never had to use it yet, but it covers up to $2 million, just in case you guys decide to nick somebody's ear off or something. You guys are covered. I mean, nothing major has happened yet, knock on wood.
Yeah. And then let's say do you have a standard price that you start off your people on to, or just as everybody is $250 a week? I don't know. That's what I don't know what the standard is.
Yeah. So for me, I just do monthly. I don't do weekly. Right now, I'm charging $750 a month to rent a chair. Yeah. And I mean, if you come talk to me like, hey, I have no clients, I'm barely starting, I might even start off rent a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
But depending how I feel the energy from that barber. Like I just recently filled my last chair. That chair was empty for a long time because I just had people that, oh man, like, it was just a no-go. Like,
Yeah.
I had guys who were like, wouldn't show up to, you guys got I don't know if it's a customer.
Excuse me, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so he was working over here in San Jose, and he wanted to make a transition. He said he had his girlfriend, there's a beauty salon right next to us. His girlfriend would go to the beauty salon next door, and was like, hey, there's a barber shop right there. I really like the vibe right there. You should go talk to the owner. So he went, and something that like stand out for me was as soon as he walked in, he introduced himself, shook my hand, and then he went and said hi to all the barbers. I was like, damn, from the chair being empty for like, what, 4 years?
Wow, that's a long time.
And this, yeah, like it took a long time. It's just like, I had people for a little bit, but they just wouldn't work out.
Yeah.
Like, they think because they already have the barber license that they don't need to learn anything else. Like that's it. It's just like what you said earlier. Forever, you're gonna want to learn something. And that's how I feel. Like that's the attitude that I have. You could be the newest guy in my barber shop, and I'll go and watch you. Not because I'm critiquing you, but I'm learning something. Because you might have something that I have missed in my career. And you're like, oh damn. Okay. Then I'll go back and I'll mimic it. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, or the way you talk to people. Like, I was not always the best when it came to customer service. I even had somebody tell me one time, like, hey, they told the owner, well, you better tell that guy to come down, otherwise I'm gonna have to put hands on him. Damn. So then this barber went and talked to me, and I'm like, damn, I need to come down a little bit then. I can't be so aggressive, like, so, I mean, every day it's just a new challenge, a new way of thinking, learning new stuff. Like, never stop learning.
And then another question for the barbers that want to open their own place. You don't have to give me the exact number, but a ballpark, how much does it cost you to open your shop in Salinas? Every place is different. You have 5 chairs. It's just an approximate.
So this is right after COVID, right?
Okay.
A lot of the prices have plummeted because of obviously the closures. So to open up my barbershop with 5 chairs, it was about $15K.
Okay. Wow.
That was it.
How much? 15?
Like $15K.
15,000.
Yeah. And that was everything. Like I did a lot of the work. Like
Oh, you did?
my first job when I was like 16 years old, I painted houses. So I painted our own shop. Like, the wife and I went in right after work, and for 2 or 3 hours, for like a whole month, we just clean up the shop.
Did you document it?
I did.
I have videos to my wife coming and painting.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have her at 9:30. So we're actually doing a video on that.
Oh,
when our
we-
first
I
year.
think, I think we already
you know.
we dropped a few videos like that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like the bathroom tile needed to be redone. I hired somebody because I don't know how to do that. You know, so I hired somebody. My sinks, I recently had them replaced because luckily there was already some, but they were kind of old. So that helped with the pricing. I don't know how much that would have been if I would hire somebody to paint, right? I ordered, at the beginning, it was only 4 chairs and 4 stations. And I put that together. I mounted the mirrors, I mounted the lights. In fact, I had those old ballads and I changed it all to LEDs. I had at the time, my daughter was 12 years old. She was the one that was like helping me out, putting the lights up. And I did that all by myself.
So you did most of that. So let's say if you would have done, it would have been like 30, let's say. 30 to 40, maybe 50. Contractors charge a lot.
Yeah.
Just depends who you're
I really don't know because I didn't get a
Yeah.
quote, but you know, like I was being one of those hands-on kind of guys, you know, now with YouTube, like, hey, how do you change the lights? Or,
Pero que le hubiera salido más, alguien lo hubiera ayudado.
yeah, so it was just mostly like just cosmetic stuff that I needed to do, and
Yeah.
because it was previously a beauty salon, so it had like a ugly yellow, like somebody been smoking cigarettes in the shop color, you know, so just made the shop like kind of light gray, painted them white. Yeah. You're welcome.
I take care. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, it was about 15K. Yeah, I said maybe 30K if you wanted to open up a shop now.
Yeah. That's about that price.
Yeah. And I always suggest if you guys are gonna open up a shop, save at least 6 months of expenses, because you never know. I didn't have my barber filled up until just recently, so it took a little while to find the right people, you know, to rent the chairs.
Doing the math, yeah, you lost on like 36, 38K in 4 years. There's 4 years of not having the right person, you know. But everyone has their own standards. You gotta have the right person, because if not, it's gonna kill the whole
Oh yeah.
business.
Yeah, even though we're independent, you know, like you got the wrong person, it messes them up. Messes up the rest of the flow.
And then when you have a chance to, would you mind writing down the name of your shop? We have some of a marker, so that way people can follow you.
Yeah.
For students, let me give you one. Get the black one, the small one. Yeah, that one works out. Pretty good. That way, if you guys want to follow the location, it's Premium Barbers Incorporated, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I tapped everybody with the whole social medias and everything. Follow me through there.
You know, they can know it, you know, that whenever because I think we will do a tour around that area. Holler seriously, you guys all whole area, so we'll stop by.
Yeah, whenever you guys want to stop by, you guys more than welcome. Yeah, you guys could go in a group, or if you guys want to go individually,
Yeah.
you guys are always welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, just so we can check it out, you know, kind of see
Yeah.
those areas too. For the one that's interested, I know Brian may move to Modesto, you said?
Oh, there we go.
And so I wanna get some people from there, whatever shop is good, you know, to come here and give a class. So if he's interested and goes there, he has a place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but any questions, Matt? Any other questions?
No, you answered all my questions.
René, ¿no tiene una pregunta?
No, porque le entendí básicamente lo último que hablaba de...
Yeah.
Échale ganas, es todo.
¿Eh?
Yeah, it's hard, it's not easy, you know, you can tell.
It's not, but it's all repetitive, right?
And it's all, can you last? You're running a marathon, not a mile.
Mhm.
¿Cuántos años que llevan esto?
12 años.
con su barbería propia?
4 años.
Actually, I do have one more question. If you could say for all the beginning people, like for all of us here right now, you know, most of us don't get haircuts, right? But how did you cope with your time when it came to like you being that way?
Well, I'll keep productive. Like
What's the easiest thing you could just say?
for what I would do is like I would read skills that you want to acquire, right? So if you're not a people person, go and read a book about that. If you're not really good at marketing, read a book about marketing, right? Like don't just spend your time just scrolling to TikTok. That's not gonna help you. Like focus more on your goal, right? Like if you want to get booked, if you don't have nobody, like say like right now nobody is coming to get a haircut from you, like all right, so what is it that I have to do? You gotta market yourself. So read a marketing book or ask ChatGPT, hey, what's a good way to market myself?
Te puede enseñar todo, lo que tú quieras te lo enseña él. Lo que tú quieras.
Use all your downtime to educate yourself. Remember, you're in school, right? Don't just get on your thing and listen to music and over here, just, waiting on.
Lo que ya estábamos conversando. En vez de estar ahí escuchando música, escucha el libro que tienes que estudiar. Tan simple como eso.
And that, in fact, is going to help you a lot. Because that's what I would do. One of the things that a lot of us can't do just a thumb when we're using the scissors. Hey, dude, grab your scissors. This is what I would do. Sit down. And grab my scissors and then be like,
¿Ya?
Just with
Mirar cortes de pelo, dice. Sentarse por
con las tijeras.
Con las tijeras.
Oh, claro, sí. Bueno.
El thumb.
it's just a little exercise that you do, right?
Or
And I did that until I got good at it. And I'm like, okay.
That muscle memory is just doing its work.
Yeah. Instead of doing this, yeah. Because at the end of the day, your wrist is gonna hurt if you do that. So you just, But like I said, read something, or if you're struggling with the fade or something, no, pero con las tijeras de veras.
Ah, no, porque
ya 30 años.
que eso yo lo voy a aprender de un día para otro, ya me lo sé de memoria.
Ya está.
He's been doing it for 30 years.
Yo lo que les digo ahora, por ejemplo, porque claro, creo que va todo de la mano. Aprender a usar bien la tijera, pero también tienen que aprender a usar bien el secador y el cepillo. Ese movimiento con el cepillo,
Sí.
hacia arriba, hacia abajo. Porque yo aquí los veo que son unos monstruos con las tijeras, la manejan. Pero con la máquina son increíbles. Pero les paso un secador y un cepillo, y ahí quedó.
Sí. Y eso también es muy importante.
Yeah, porque al final el corte también lleva su peinado también. Si no tan solo las mujeres se peinan, los hombres también se acicalan un poco el cabello.
Sí, y si les enseñas cómo hacerlo, siempre van a regresar contigo. Even your hairstyle, dude, like it seems like you just got out of the shower and you put some product and you crunch it up. Like nah, I use a diffuser for that one. Make it nice and curly.
No tan solo aprender a cortar el pelo, también saberlo lavar. Saber secar el pelo, saber sentar al cliente en el lavapelo, hacer todo el servicio completo.
Sí.
Bueno, yo vengo de una escuela donde todo eso lo aprendí.
Ay, perdón.
Pues,
Y después yo tenía un asistente que le pedía que él me fuera. Yo solamente me dedicaba a cortar y peinar. Él.
Hacía lo demás.
Yeah.
Sí. Para mí eso también es muy importante. So it's very important, right? Like even how you drape the customer, right? It starts off as when you first see eye contact, right? Greet them. Hey, how's it going? How's your day? Sit them down, confident. Boom.
So,
with a cape.
so, question, how do you drape your customer?
All right. So if you have a cape,
You can, yeah.
No?
Because I have an extra touch. I want to see if you do it. And okay. There you go. Let me know what you need.
I just need a cape.
It's not, there's
Do
no
you
right or
have, do you
wrong.
have one of the little
We have the button and then the elastic.
the cape clip?
Okay, so you have we don't have one, but let's see if you have it. So just to teach you, guys want to see how he does it? Because it's important. They think, oh, it's easy. No, there's right ways to do it.
Yeah, so
And it depends on who your service, right?
I mean, if you have a neck strip,
¿Vas a cortar el pelo?
No, le digo cómo comenzar al cliente, cómo ponerle la
perfecto.
capa, pero la manera apropiada. But just so you guys learn how I talk, Michelle's like, okay, come do this and do this and do this, you know.
Thank you.
And then tiene un clip en el que está usando ahorita. It's not a clip and jump, but it's like a small one, you know.
Oh, no. There's the other one, the one that you press and then it.
Yeah, the little small ones. Yeah,
Yeah, the little
okay.
the metal ones.
So if you guys want to see it, because I've seen some of you guys struggle, say, how do you do it?
So every time I have a customer in my chair, hey, how's it going?
How you do it?
You know, I always greet them with a little fist pump, even if it's a mom or a kid. Even after COVID is where I started doing the fist pump on everybody. But that's basically what I do. I always make sure that.
Okay, so first this, you see that? Not the kick. Hey, so that's the number one, sorry to stop you there. They put on the next strip first. It's like, what? Like, no, put this on and then.
So then,
Okay, go
yeah,
ahead.
so then I just, right? So right there, on this side is where I'm gonna be holding this part of the cake, right? Cause this side,
There you go.
if I had a clip, I wouldn't be using this. I just clip them right here, boom, right? And make them look like they're gonna keep good mass, right? Paliecitos, so just fold this.
You guys see that? Yeah, so first the cake, then the next strip, the security, you can put it around, put it in. And then the extra thing that I taught Michelle, because you know it depends on the clients that you do with. I think in general it should be for everybody. Is this is very protective, but you can also, if you're servicing a professional or not, put a towel behind them or on it before even putting this on, because that's gonna be like extra professional, you know.
Like for me,
They're
I
not
always
gonna-
like to do it like this, and I like to pretend that everybody has a suit, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Because we do have a lot of professionals. In fact, some of the guys that I service, right after the haircut, they're like, can you wash my hair? Because I'm gonna go back to the office and I wanna be itchy, right? And if I'm doing the consultation, right, never do it facing the client's back, right? You wanna turn them around. I either do this, look at them like this, or I go behind them and I'm looking at the mirror and I'm talking to them, like, how would you like your haircut today, right? Like, not when they're sitting down, hey, so what kind of haircut you gonna want today? Like, dude, like, wait till he sits on your chair. And ask a lot of questions just to make sure, you know, you guys have the right style that he's looking
And then
for.
look at that. He brought down the chair all the way to a touch ground. And then what else? You're done, right?
Yeah,
There you
so-
go. That's safety.
So every time, like, I'm done, I use this one for the alcohol. I always do it like this, spray it,
And that's
make them
traditional,
cry a little
right?
bit. I take out the cake like this.
There you go. Look at that. You guys see that?
And
1,
Not-
2, 3.
I hate that. So just,
Brian.
Es al
Oh,
final,
hey,
cuando ya
Brian.
estás solo.
Damn. Call you out. But he goes, you did it right. It's, oh my. It's like, yeah, okay, God's talking to you. Right? Thank you, man. Thank you for doing that.
now, see, I didn't know that, dude, so.
Yeah. Oh, but it's okay. No, you let them know, you know.
So right after I'm done, I always hold my cake, right? And I put it in this thing when I'm ready to go.
There you go.
And see how this thing ended up right on the top? So when I grab my cake, I'm already ready to go.
Ah, ya tiene toda la técnica para llegar y sacar la capa.
Do it again for them so they can see.
All right,
Check it out, guys. Look, so he gets it.
I fold it, right?
Look, the top, he grabs the top of it, folds it in half,
Right?
and now then, almost not
Okay,
all the
I'm gonna
way.
go- I got,
Sorry, that's a-
I got too confused
No,
now.
una más.
Just do it, yeah, just for making you think. Just do how you do it. Go ahead and then
I
go
know,
on.
right now I'm like, wait a minute, did I just forget how to do my own thing? Like,
Go. Yep, that was a half. There you go. Boom.
right?
And then the top is right there.
So we always have it.
Got it?
Ready?
Boom.
And always all the way to the
I like
bottom.
that. That's a
Cause
good
this is
one.
what happens, right? Like I'm pretty sure you guys seen it, where if you leave it like that, the customer's gonna stand up and wham. I seen a guy crack open his head it's because of that. So
So why? That's why you bring down the chair,
right
right?
on the chair. I was jokingly saying, keep your arms and legs inside the barber chair until we come to the feet stop.
Yeah.
And go from there.
There you go. No more questions? Well, again, I appreciate you guys. Everybody can, if you guys can do them, a round of applause.